What's up guys, my name is Stealth and welcome back to another Marvel Spider-Man 2 related video. And today, I'm going to be going over my top 5 suits for Peter that I want to see be featured in Marvel Spider-Man 2. This list contains suits that are recognizable to Spider-Man fans, but I also have some that I think would be great additions to the game. But before we get started, if you guys enjoyed today's video, then be sure to scroll down and hit that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with everything relating to Marvel Spider-Man 2, well then I got you covered. I'll be breaking down all the news we get for the game, reacting to upcoming trailers and gameplay, and I'll be doing a review for the game when it releases next year in 2023. If that sounds good to you, then hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that way you won't miss any new videos. With all that out of the way, let's get started with my top 5 list with an honorable mention, which is a suit that is highly requested from the community that may either be saved for Marvel Spider-Man 2, or might have a chance of being added into Marvel Spider-Man Remastered later on through an update. And I have to say, spoiler alert ahead for Spider-Man No Way Home. And the suit that I'm obviously referring to is the Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. After the release of Spider-Man No Way Home and seeing Andrew Garfield step back into the shoes of this iconic suit, it really has me wanting to have this suit be added into Marvel Spider-Man 2. What else can I say about this suit that hasn't already been said? With the big white eyes and the raised webbing that the suit has, this is hands down one of my top 5 favorite Spider-Man suits of all time, and also my favorite out of the 2 Andrew Garfield Spider-Man suits. Now, at the time of me making this video, Insomniac has not announced that the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit will be added into the remaster and are planning on saving it for Marvel Spider-Man 2, which is why I have it on my list as an honorable mention just in case if they decide to add the suit into the remaster later on down the road. But with that honorable mention out of the way, let's start the actual list on number 5, which is a suit that comes from a very controversial series within the Spider-Man comics. But the one good thing that came out of this run is the suit design that comes from this comic. And the suit that I'm talking about is the Superior Spider-Man suit. In the reveal trailer for Marvel Spider-Man 2, we see that Peter has integrated the Iron Spider legs with his advanced suit, and this indicates that the legs might be the main upgrade that Peter will incorporate with his suit. And going back to Spider-Man PS4, we see that the Iron Spider suits from the MCU and comics have their own unique look when you use the Iron Spider leg suit power. And I think having the Superior Spider-Man suit within Marvel Spider-Man 2 can be a great addition, as the design for it with the giant black spider on the front, the metal gauntlets, and red spider legs really makes this suit one of the best Spider-Man suit designs. Now at the number 4 spot on my list is a suit that I think is really underrated, and I think having this particular suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2 could be an example of having some awesome new suit powers to play around with, and the suit that I'm going with is SpiderPhoenix. What happens when the Phoenix Force merges with one spider-bitten hero? A cosmically powered headache for evildoers everywhere. I really like how this suit looks with the yellow spider symbol on the front and back of the suit, along with the red and black color scheme. While the overall design looks like your standard Spider-Man look, it really shows how menacing Spider-Man could look like if he were to ever fuse with the Phoenix Force. The only Spider-Man game to ever feature Spider-Phoenix as an alternate suit was all the way back in Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro for the PlayStation 1. Now, while this suit only exists when Peter uses Arcade's Murder World illusion technology to make it look like he gained the power of the Phoenix Force, I think Insomniac can expand the look a little more and maybe give it some abilities that can only be seen in the game. For example, maybe Spider-Phoenix's suit ability can be an AoE attack where he summons a phoenix to attack enemies around him, kind of like Spider-Punk's ability to use his guitar. Or he can use a shockwave of cosmic energy to make it look like he's using fire to attack enemies in front of him, like the negative suit can do a shockwave of negative energy. At number 3, I have a suit that has been featured recently within Spider-Man media, and I think Insomniac can really make this suit in particular one of the coolest alternate suits to have some very impressive and unique animations with it. And the suit that I'm referring to is Zombie Hunter Spider-Man from the animated Disney Plus show What If. Now when I first saw this suit, I really wasn't a fan of the overall design, but the more I looked at it, the more it really started to grow on me, and now I think it's one of the more interesting looks for the character. And I can't imagine what this suit would be like if it was featured within Marvel Spider-Man 2. Just imagine swinging through the city at very fast speeds and seeing the cape gliding in the wind and seeing the ripple effects on the cape when you dive bomb from very high heights. It would look amazing. But also, imagine the suit having unique idle animations, like the cape messing around with Spider-Man, kind of like how in Doctor Strange when the cape was holding back Strange when he was trying to run, or wiping the tears from his face. It would be hilarious to see what they come up with if they decided to put this suit in the game. At number 2, I have a suit that has been at the top of my list for alternate suits that I wanted to see since all the way back in 2016 when Spider-Man PS4 was announced. And I was very surprised to see that this particular suit wasn't in Spider-Man PS4. And I think it would be cool to finally add this very popular suit that fans have been requesting for. And the suit that I'm talking about is the Ben Reilly Sensational Spider-Man suit. Me and a lot of fans consider this to be one of the best Spider-Man suit designs of all time. and it's easy to see why. The big black spider logo on the front that connects to the back logo really makes it a very cool design choice. Along with the web shooters that stay on the outside on his wrists, really makes this one of the best suit designs in Spider-Man's wardrobe. This suit has been featured in many of the previous Spider-Man games, and I think finally adding this highly requested suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2 will really make a lot of Spider-Man fans, including myself, very happy to see the suit finally be added within the game. And finally, at the number one spot for the alternate suits for Peter that I want to see be featured is another suit that is very high on my suit wish list. And just like with the Sensational suit, is a costume that I've wanted since the early days of Spider-Man PS4. And seeing Insomniac choose costumes within a variety of Spider-Man media with the comics, movies, as well as all original suits created by Insomniac, I think it's finally time to expand the options even more by choosing suits from the cartoons. Now, I know a lot of people would want either the classic suit from the 90s cartoon and also the Spectacular Spider-Man. There's one particular suit within the Spider-Man cartoons that has one of the most unique suit designs that I've ever seen for a Spider-Man cartoon, and I remember being blown away when I saw this suit for the first time when I was a kid. And if you haven't figured out which suit I'm talking about this suit right here. That's right, the number one pick on my list is the SpiderMan Unlimited suit from the SpiderMan Unlimited cartoon. This suit right here is the only costume in any Spider-Man cartoon to be the main suit throughout the entire show that's not the classic suit. I love absolutely everything about this suit. With the big wide eyes, the unique red lining that creates the front logo and connects to the back logo and arms, and finally the addition of the web cape, really makes this one of the coolest Spider-Man costumes I've ever seen to be featured in any form of Spider-Man media. And going back to my number one pick for the gameplay mechanics I want to see in the game with the quick change mechanic, this suit can have its own unique suit-up animation by recreating the transformation sequence that you see in the show. It would be so badass to see unfold, and it would bring back so many memories of watching the show for the first time when I was a kid. I really hope this suit is featured in the game because it would hands down be one of my go-to alternate suits whenever I start a new game or when I want to take some awesome photo mode pics, especially during the nighttime. And there you have it, those are my top 5 alternate suits that I want to see for Peter in Marvel Spider-Man 2. It's very hard to figure out what suits Insomniac will include within the game due to how a lot of the iconic suits are featured in Spider-Man PS4, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what Insomniac has up their sleeve for the alternate suits that they will have for Peter. But now I want to hear from you guys. Scroll down and let me know in the comment section below what are your top 5 alternate suits for Peter that you want to see be featured in Marvel Spider-Man 2. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, then be sure to scroll down and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so that way you won't miss any new videos and to stay up to date with everything relating to Marvel Spider-Man 2. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter, the link to that is in the description below. My name is Stealth, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out, guys.